start time. Yeah. I think one of the reasons that I was so eepy today was part of the fact that I may have gotten a little ouchy. So basically basically that kind of like I got a small injury that kind of made me not like want to get out of bed too much once I got home. Yeah. So I basically, what happened, I was rushing to catch the metro that I usually take to work, and there was no I noticed that there was people that were cleaning, but at the specific spot, where I was going, there was no indication that it was that the floor may have been slippery or anything like that, and I ended up slipping and falling, and I hurt my knee. So yeah, that was fun. Yeah, it still hurts now. It's my left knee. But yeah, that kind of demotivated me. Cause like I can't really walk as fast now, and normally I'm surprisingly a pretty fast walker. Like I can't run really fast, but I think I walk really fast to make up for it. But yeah, so hopefully it heals in time. And yeah, it hurts when I bend it in specific spots. Sometimes when I bend it, it doesn't hurt. Other times when I bend it at a specific angle, it'll start hurting again. So yeah. So yeah. I hope you're okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's getting better. I can walk. It's just my knee hurts right now. So yeah. And it hurts if I place my leg in a certain position, and I have to change the position. Yeah. Took an arrow to the knees. Seriously though, I hope you feel better and get better soon. Thank you, Zaktan! Also, before I forget, let me say hi to everybody in chat. Hi Brian, hi Gatsby, hi Gunvoth, hi Kevin, hi Muzidan, hi Ben, hi Sleepit, hi Zaktan, welcome! Yeah. Yeah, I hurt my knee, and yeah, when I got home, I pretty much just wanted to eep. And yeah, when you have an injury, especially a leg injury, I don't think that motivates you to really do much. So yeah. Hi Onatsu, hi Derek, hi Rising Dragon Soul. For anyone who just joined, we will get to the episode in a moment, but I was explaining that I was late. As you can tell, we're late to start today. But yeah, I may have slipped and hurt my knee. So, yeah. And because of that, it motivated me. When I got home, it motivated me a bit less to get out of bed really. So yeah. Seeing EP Plum is fun in head pats. Is it really? Am I sillier when I'm EP? I don't know. Hi KB Slayer, welcome! I had a bit of a leg injury during the summer. I know the feeling. Really nothing you can do but wait for them to get better. Yeah, I hope it doesn't take too long. But yeah, it should. Yeah. I hope it heals. I hope it heals faster. Or just as soon as possible. But yeah. Okay. So today, for the episodes, for those who are unfamiliar, Precure Talk is this bi-weekly series that I do, where basically end up talking about the latest 2 episodes of wonderful Precure. It's kind of like a book club, but we do it with an anime instead. So yeah. Today's episodes are very, very big. I highly recommend you avoid this stream once we get into the episodes if you do not want any spoilers and you have not seen the episodes yet, because these are 2 very major episodes, at least in my opinion. So yeah, if you don't want to get spoiled, now's the time. Now's the time to leave the stream. Once I start talking about it, and don't worry, the VOD will be there, so you guys can react to the VOD once you've seen the episode. But yeah. Hi David, welcome. I hope you feel better soon. The pain is the worst. Also, I'm late too, so it's okay for me. But I'll still set Phoenix on you. Wait, Phoenix? What? Huh? A Phoenix? Huh? What? Why a Phoenix? Doesn't a Phoenix like full of fire? Oh, Phoenix the cat! I forgot! Thank you! I forgot Phoenix was your cat's name. I'm sorry. Hi, Phoenix! But yeah. Yes, this is not an exaggeration. Yes, these episodes are very spoiler-heavy episodes this time around. So, I highly recommend, unless you don't mind getting spoiled, and if you haven't seen the episodes yet, it's okay. You can come back to this stream once you watch the episodes if you don't want to get spoiled, because, yeah, there's major spoilers in this. Okay, so, you have been warned. Let's get into the episodes today. So we start first with episode 35. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about episode 35 and 36 today. I haven't seen the show, so I'll dip out, but I'm glad I made it in time to show some support. Have a good stream. Bye, Sleepin'! Thank you for stopping by! Alright! So, episode 35. Lucky. It is a very huge episode. This episode focuses on Satoru and Iroha. More specifically, Satoru's crush on Iroha. So yeah. So we start the episode off, and Satoru's actually getting confessed to by another girl, but he ends up turning her down since you know he has a crush on Iroha. So he doesn't really like, you know, he doesn't want to be with he doesn't really want to be with another girl. He wants to be with Iroha, if anything. And it's a little bit of a tiny little bittersweet moment, you know, when you ask someone out, or someone asks you out, but you don't really feel the same about them, and then there's this awkward moment. Yeah, there is that, and then we see that Yuki and Mayu were just happened to stop by. Wait a minute. Okay. Yuki and Mayu happened to stop by. Oh wait, I need to shrink this image. Hold on. Oh, where'd he go? He has his feelings, so it was enough for him. He wasn't planning on confessing. Yeah, that's true. That is true, but we'll get to that. So something will push him to want to maybe try to confess. And we'll see that in just a moment. So it turns out that Mayu and Yuki were just happened to stop by, and Mayu ended up forgetting a notebook, and they just happened to eavesdrop in the conversation. They heard the conversation that Satoru was having with the other girl. Satoru is popular with girls, but he has one. I mean, oh, I see what you did there. He has one person who he only has sets his eyes on. Yeah, that is true. And then, yeah, because they overheard the conversation, Mayu ends up asking Satoru if he's ever gonna confess to Iroha. You know? Because you never know. You never know what could happen. Maybe someone else might confess to your crush, and then then your chance is gone. But Satoru doesn't really want to confess. He's just scared that it'll ruin the relationship between the two, the one that they already have, and he seems to be happy with just that, even though he's in love with her, and he doesn't want to make her uncomfortable either. Anyways, we end up later on, the group bumps into Iroha and Komugi, who just come out of class, and what do you know? Iroha says that there's someone named Keiji who's going to be coming over. And at this moment, Satoru knew that something could happen. His chances to be with Iroha as a couple we're close to we're getting smaller, because whoever Keiji is, Iroha is super into them, it seems. She says that he's really cool. And he's like super smart and super fast too. Yeah. So Satoru's very scared to hear that, because he doesn't know how to compete with that. And Iroha seems to be going head over heels for him. As we can see here. Also, she looks adorable here. It's so cute. This one is adorable. You can hear his heart shatter. Yeah. Poor Satoru. And we also get some funny little moments as Iroha's describing... she's describing Keiji and how he is and all that. We have... we have Komugi acting all cool behind Iroha. Look at that! And then... we actually have... we have this little shot here, where... Komugi's trying to act super smart. And then, something I didn't expect to see. But to show that that Keiji's super fast, Komugi just somehow turned back into her tire form. Which I was not expecting to see, but here we are. We saw it. It's back. But yeah, that was funny. That was a funny moment. And so Satoru's as he's hearing this, he's just in full panic mode, and he's trying to he's just trying to understand if Keiji's super fast, how how fast is he actually? It's like he's trying to see if he has any chance of actually being able to compete with this guy to win Iroha's heart. And also upon hearing this, Mayu is just thinking that Satoru has a rival and stuff. And meanwhile, during all of this, like between Satoru's way of panicking and Mayu's way of panicking, Iroha and Komugi are just completely clueless of what's going on. They're just standing there completely clueless. And yeah. And then out of nowhere, Iroha's just like, "Oh, we can introduce you to Keiji." And then and Satoru and Mayu just snap out of it and they're like, "What?" So yeah. And then later on, back at Iroha's house, Yuki is amused as always. Yeah, she's just there. She's just there observing, as she does as a cat. And then we have, we can see Nico actually looking at the window from Iroha's house. It's actually really cute. Like, she's just enjoying her tea. Look at her. She's so cute. And she notices, I think she ends up seeing, I'm pretty sure she ends up seeing Mayu, Satoru, and Yuki just trying to sneak by to see what's going on. You know, just to see like who Keiji really is. And meanwhile, she's just sipping her tea. She looks like she's from My Little Pony. I mean, she is a unicorn. I mean, she does look like she could be from My Little Pony, but yeah, she's not exactly from My Little Pony, but she could be. It does look like she could be if someone didn't know. Also, hi Antonio, welcome. So yeah, she's just drinking her tea in her little teacup. And we see, like, they're all just sneaking behind. And Yuki doesn't quite understand why they're doing this. Why they have to be so quiet and, like, you know, like, avoid facing Keiji directly and Iroha directly, like just sneaking around. And they explain that they need to, you know, they all want to get, like, they all want to see, like, who, like, they want to get, like, a little, you know, a little sneak peek at Keiji. So they all peek. They all peek through the fence. And behind that fence is Keiji, with Iroha. And they're just peeking now. They're peeking as they're waiting. They're waiting to see who Keiji is. And they notice Iroha with a guy! She's with the guy, although the guy does look slightly older, surprisingly. And this makes Satoru and Mayu even more scared because they're not sure how Satoru can compete with that. And Keiji, or who we think is Keiji at least, he ends up calling Iroha his dear Iroha, which gets them even more scary. Like, it gets them even more scared. Hi Star Warrior Robbie, welcome! Creepy bad reminders of happiness charge, yeah. But we'll see! We'll see in just a moment how things turn out. And Yuki's, not Iroha. Well, Mayu and Satoru are just panicking. I can't talk, oh my goodness. Yuki's just sitting there, just, like, watching them. She's still not understanding what the big fuss is. But then, all of a sudden, we notice a doggo just pop out of the fence. Because he smells, he ends up catching Yuki's scent. And upon this, Yuki just panics, and it kind of basically reveals their hiding spot. And Inoha notices them, and she's like, "Oh, hi guys, what are you doing here?" Still completely clueless of what's actually going on, but yeah. It turns out that this whole time, Keiji was actually a dog. So, like, Inoha was only just praising Keiji because he was a dog. Not that she actually had any feelings for the guy that they thought was Keiji. Who they actually, the owner has a similar name. The dog is named Keiji, which is the one that Inoha was praising about and gushing over. And Keiichi is Keiji's owner, which Inoha shows that she has no like feelings towards absolutely whatsoever. So yeah, and it turns out Keiji is actually learning to become a police dog, I think. Yeah, he's working to become a police dog, or a commissioned one, a commissioned police dog. Also, hi Richard, hi Marshall, welcome. I love German shepherds. German shepherds are cute. Yeah, they misunderstood the whole thing. Yeah. Gushing over? I mean, Inoha will always gush over animals. You know, she loves them. But yeah, Inoha has no feelings towards Keiichi whatsoever. It was all just a big misunderstanding. Keiichi and Keiji sound very similar though. Yeah, they do. I think that was the point. Because they could easily misunderstand Keiji if you don't pay close attention. So, yeah, they could think that Inoha was talking to him. You know? So yeah, they're all introduced to Keiji the dog and Keiichi the guy. And yeah, they explained that Keiji is actually in training to become a commissioned police dog, so he can still he works with the police basically on commission, which is pretty cool. But he still lives at home as a pet, which is really neat. And yeah, Satoru is relieved, but Yuki notices that Inoha still gets along pretty well with Keiichi. And yeah, that makes Satoru a little bit worried that, you know, even though it's not apparent, there still could be a chance that they might actually get along. But it doesn't seem that way. But it at least to Yuki and Satoru, they don't know. Anything could happen. And in that moment, Satoru realizes that there's a chance that he might still lose Inoha. Oh, hi Brock, welcome! I'll be back later, I just want to say hi. Okay! Thank you for stopping by, even if it was just for a little moment. I'll see you later, bye-bye! But yeah. So, Satoru ends up leaving, and again, Inoha and Komugi are completely clueless. Yeah. And after this, Mayu ends up chasing after Satoru. And she's basically she basically tries to push Satoru into confessing his feelings. Because if Satoru doesn't do it now, he might very well lose his chance. Even if it's not apparent that Inoha has a Ilhan and Keiichi could be a thing. Like they still don't. The point still stands. They still like Idaha could be like taken by someone else if he doesn't act on his feelings, you know. So Satoru then like realizes he doesn't want to see Idaha dating someone else, and that's when Yuki's like, you need to confess now. It's now or never. You need to do it as soon as possible, or else it might be too late. Yeah, and this is when Yuki is like, not Yuki, Mayu. I don't know why I keep mixing up their names, even after now. It's gotta be the eepiness. I'm always eepy. But we can see like Mayu all determined to try and help, help make this happen, and she's so cute. And she even says she even does like a little parody of her Cure introduction, Cure Lillian, because she's technically the Cure that she's technically the Cure that weaves the world, you know, and connects the world. So yeah, she feels like, you know, she can help tie Idaha and Satoru together. It's really cute seeing that little parody. I love Mayu. She's so silly and cute. Yeah. I see her doing her little parody of her introduction. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, anyways, so Satoru's a little bit flustered because he doesn't know how to really approach this. And this is when Nico and Meimei come in, and they're like, we'll help you. We'll help you confess. Although Meimei's way of confessing, like his idea of like helping, is not exactly it's not exactly like ideal for the situation, and we'll see why in a moment. Yeah, Meimei's like determined to help Satoru because Satoru is like one of the few people that actually listens to him. So yeah, he really likes Satoru a lot as a friend. Mayuki's the one that ties the two together. That's how a wing woman does. Yeah. So they end up going to the Nico garden, and then Meimei is going to be showcasing different animals that Satoru can learn from, how to confess, how to show his love. And Mayu, just before Satoru starts, Mayu just goes in and gives him a thumbs up. It's so cute. It's so adorable. Yeah. And so Meimei shows different ways to Satoru from different animals how to show affection and stuff, but it's not really stuff that you would that normal people would really do. When confessing, it may work for animals, but not really for humans. Hi, Slushy Kid, welcome! Yeah. Just stopping to say hi? It's okay! Thank you for stopping by to say hi! Hi, Correct Galaxy, welcome! Yeah. Satoru tries to learn from the Kirarin Swan. He also tries to learn from the Nico Hippo, but it doesn't seem to really work out. And then he also tries to learn from the kangaroo, the Nico kangaroo. Oh, hi, Michael! Welcome! If we're going by animal rituals, I'd say penguin rock, bird of paradise, or eagle dance would work best. Yeah, but in this case, they just showed the Kirarin swan. I guess because, like, you could say that the swan is like more of a symbol of romance in a way. In a way, it makes sense since Satoru seems passionate about animals, but seems reserved around people. That's true. That is true. Yeah, we see how kangaroos express their affection, and it seems to be by punching. He's trying his best, yeah. You like hippopotamuses? I do. There's actually have you guys heard of a cute little hippo called Mudang? Mudang's so cute. I know Mudang was going viral for a bit, but I haven't seen Mudang too much on my feed lately. I hope Mudang's doing okay. Kangaroos are professional kickboxers, yeah. I don't know, penguins gift cool rocks, literally what humans do with jewelry. That's true, you do have a point there. But yeah. But yeah, after all of that, Satoru is like exhausted and all, and Mimi's like, what? Mimi's like, why is he doing this anyway? And that's when Nico just tells him that Satoru has a crush on Iroha, and his face. His reaction when he hears that, look at him. He's just like, what? But now he's like super scared. He's super scared that once he does confess, that Satoru might not talk to him as much anymore, and surprisingly. Somehow, Satoru never told him, even though they talk so much, and we see this in the funniest way ever. I don't know what it is with Mei, but they like making so many memeable images with him. We have this one here. What is this art style? Wonderful Precure. Like, I don't know what it is with Wonderful Precure, but they have been like knocking it out of the park with the comedy, honestly. That's so cringe. It's meant to be funny, you know? It's meant to be funny. The 70s anime eyes, yeah. What is it with Wonderful Precure being so good with the comedy? This is too funny. I was dead of laughter. Yeah. It reminds me of the other, like, you know, the Ikememe. If you guys remember that, it's not quite there, but it's like kind of similar. That art style reminds me of the one on Rose of Versailles. Yeah, it does look like a 70s anime style, honestly. I will say I do like how Mei like in the little like parody, I like how Mei's like I like his little curls, how they're all stylized. It's so cute. But anyways, there was that. That happened. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I have an armrest and I accidentally flipped it. Yeah, it kind of makes a thud. But yeah. So Meme is like in full panic mode now, and he's scared that he's gonna lose Satoru as like his #1 companion. And he's just not taking it well. But yeah. So then they tried to see. They tried to understand. They tried to understand like how Satoru even got feelings for Iroha in the first place, and Mayu ends up asking how they met, and so Satoru explains that he actually met Iroha at her house, since her house is a vet, and it was the same. It was around the same time when he met Daifuku. He had just found Daifuku as a little baby bunny, and Daifuku was bitten by a snake, and so he was injured. And so yeah, Satoru had found Daifuku at the time injured, and so he brought him over. He brought him over to the nearest animal hospital, which is the Iroha's house. And from there, we see Satoru and Iroha, like they met for the first time, and Iroha ended up telling Satoru not to worry too much, and that Daifuku's gonna be fine. And he's just giving a little bit of support. Rabbits survive snake bites. That's a tough rabbit. Yeah, Daifuku's built different. But yeah. And so they actually peek inside to see Iroha's mom at work checking Daifuku's injury. It's really cute. And then yeah, Iroha just keeps reassuring Satoru that it's gonna be okay. It's very sweet to see. Fortunately, that snake bite wasn't too serious. Yeah, we'll see it in just a moment. Yeah, it turns out that the snake bite wasn't serious. So thankfully, Daifuku's gonna be okay. And then Iroha's mother gives back Satoru. She gives him back Daifuku, and we see the little baby Daifuku. Snake bites are usually poisonous. I guess Daifuku got lucky. I guess, like, whatever snake it was, it's never implied what snake it is. It's just that he got bit by a snake. I'm guessing it's a non-poisonous one, but I don't know. They don't really specify. But thankfully, Daifuku's okay. That's what all that matters. And this was Satoru's very first time actually like having a pet bunny on his lap, like having a bunny at all on his lap. Yeah, it was really cute. It's a really cute moment seeing him hold Daifuku for the first time, like properly at least, you know. And then Satoru notices that Daifuku's ears like aren't they're just flopping. They're not like perking up like normal rabbits do. And I think wait, whoops. This is where we see, yeah, like he's worried if that's something might be wrong. But Iroha ends up explaining to Satoru that Daifuku is actually a lop-eared rabbit, so his ears are meant to be like that. Lop-eared bunnies are a thing, yeah, but Satoru didn't know at the time. And then the moment when things changed forever for Satoru is this smile right here from Iroha. This very smile made him realize, like, it made him realize that, like, he liked her. It's feelings that he never felt before. But it was the start of a crush. And And we see how, like, honestly, this scene here was so pretty. Like, all the flowers just, like, we see it, like, we see, Satoru's face, like, it zooms out from Satoru's face and you just see all the flowers blooming. It's such a cute way to represent romance. Or romantic feelings. It's so adorable. And yeah, ever since that day, Satoru has had feelings for Iroha. And they even, later on, Satoru, at some point when Daifuku was a bit better, Satoru, and when Iroha got Komugi, they met for the first time! They introduced their pets to each other, which is so cute! But that's how, like, this is the first time that Komugi and Daifuku meet each other, and it's so adorable! You just see little baby Komugi and baby Daifuku, and it's just This was also Satoru's animal knowledge origin story. Yeah, he basically started studying a lot about animals just to be able to help Iroha and stuff. It's so cute. As a song once said, I called it puppy love. Yeah, it's so cute. Yeah. It was so adorable. And then, like, they would yeah, Satoru ended up like visiting Iroha a lot, and that's how they became friends. And they would talk about animal facts together, and it was so cute. And he started learning about animals, like, to make her smile, since he loved seeing her smile. It's so precious. Oh, it's so cute and precious. Hi, Rose, welcome. Yeah, it's so adorable. And this all happened 3 years ago. They met 3 years ago, and like that's when Satoru started having a crush on her. But yeah, he's never confessed, but he's happy the way things are. As long as Iroha is happy, he's happy. And that's all that matters to him, and he doesn't want to make her feel uncomfortable or anything like that. It's just so cute. Oh. And after hearing that, Mayu really does think that Satoru should tell Iroha about how he really feels inside. And then Mei just interrupts, just begging to know if he's still going to be if Satoru's still going to be friends with him even after all of this. Poor Mei. He's so worried because for those who don't know, Satoru basically was the first person that actually like acknowledged Mei, because the Cures, there would be this funny bit where the Cures would they would just kind of ignore him. And so like he grew an attachment to Satoru because Satoru was the only one who actually paid attention to what he was saying, and so they kind of formed this bond, and so Mei's so scared of losing that bond. And meanwhile, Satoru's just in deep thought, thinking about how, what to do. And he's, for the first time, he's kind of ignoring Mei. And poor Mei is just, sobbing, and Yuki's just done with him. Oh, that's so silly. 3 years on a crush is such a long time, yeah. Yeah. It probably got stronger and stronger over time, you know? But it's not really explained if it did get stronger over time. It probably did. But you know. And then we get to see Torame who's trying to call out for Gao, but he's not responding, and so Todame is bored. And yeah, and Todame ends up seeing a gata egg. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna cause some chaos today. And what do you know? The Galgown for this episode is none other than a kangaroo. Foreshadowing! I love the foreshadowing in this season. I feel like they did it really well. Like, they would always, like, tease what animal it's going to be, for the most part. So you can kind of get... You can kind of take a little guess. And so, yeah. The Galgown... the kangaroo Galgown is out and about. And everyone notices the Galgown's presence. And then... And keep in mind, the cures are arriving separately because Iroha and Komugi are still at home. Meanwhile, Yuki and Mayu are with Satoru in the Nico Nico garden. So yeah, the Nico garden. Whoops. But anyways, so Iroha and Komugi arrive first, and then we have this funny scene. I love this scene so much. So Todame notices that there's a few, like, there's less of them than usual, and and he's just like, aren't there more of you? And Komugi's just like, yeah, there's 4 of us. Yeah, she's like, there's 4 of us. Whoops, wait, hold on. Whoopsie. I messed up. I messed something up. Ah! But yeah, Komugi says there's 4 of them. And not a bunch. Because from what I remember, he's like, aren't they... Todame says, isn't there usually a bunch of you? And like, Komugi not knowing what a bunch means. She's like, there's 4 of us. And then Todame is like, Todame is just like 3, anything higher than 3 is a bunch to me. And Komugi's just like, I know my numbers, I can count to 4. I love her. She's so silly. She's like so proud that she learned how to count in school. Oh, Komugi never changed. She's too precious for this world. Todame said that more than 3 is a bunch, and Komugi's like, no, after 3 there's 4, and I learned that from school. Yeah, that's basically what happened. I love that. She's a proud, smart doggo. But yeah. So anyways, Mayu and Yuki end up joining, and Satoru and Meme and Nico are not too far behind. And so they all transform. And once they're transformed, they go. They try to face the Galgown. But the Galgown is very well versed in combat because it's a kangaroo Galgown. So yeah. It's very tricky, and it basically causes a wind punch, which ends up blowing. It ends up blowing Iroha and Komugi away. And yeah. And so yeah, it's a really tricky Galgown to face. And funny enough, Iroha now as Cure Friendly, she ends up landing next to Satoru, and Satoru basically tells them that it's a kangaroo galgown. And yeah. And meanwhile, Nyami and Lillian are trying to avoid getting hit by the galgown. And they're trying their best. They're trying their best to, like, get it to calm down and stuff. And Friendy's trying to call out to it. But then the galgown sets its sights on Friendy, as we see here. It sets its sights on Friendy, and Friendy tries to like block the attack and summons her ribbon barrier to avoid getting hurt. And it works, but not for long, as the punch is just too strong. Yeah, the punch is too strong, and well, actually, the kangaroo galgown ends up doing something different. He grabs onto the barrier and then kicks it. And basically knocks her all the way, and she ends up like hitting a tree, which is not good. And meanwhile, like, seeing all of this, Satoru is very concerned for Friendy. So he rushes to her side. But before we get to that, we just see Wonderful trying to avoid the galgown, and she's so silly. Look at her. I just have to point it out. I have to point out every single silly face that Wonderful makes. Satoru's calling Friendy's name in a worried way makes me worry too. I know! This episode was so tense! Yeah. Silly Wonderful is silly. And then, so Satoru ends up going to see Friendy just to make sure that she's okay. And she says that she is okay. Although Satoru notices that she's hurt. She's clearly hurt, but she still wants to keep fighting. Well, she still wants to like save the galgown because she knows the galgown's hurting more inside. And she's determined to save the galgown. So Satoru ends up giving her some advice, saying that kangaroos can't go backwards. And so Friendy takes that advice, and she's really thankful, and she ends up thanking Satoru. And Satoru's just like so worried. He's so worried for her. Look at him. Look at him. He's so like he just wants to make sure she's okay. And she goes off. She goes off to face against the galgown once again. And in the meantime, the Cure summon the Kirarin Lion's powers. So they're able to run super fast. And we have this little triple shot of Nyami, Wonderful, and Lillian. It's so cute! And Iroha ends up getting this ability too. It's just not shown. But yeah. So they're trying to confuse the galgown. And again, silly Komugi. Silly Wonderful moment. Look at that face. Look at this face. She's so silly. But yeah, like they kind of realized in that moment that like even though they're running like super duper fast, it's still tricky to like actually get the galgown. They can't really get close to the galgown. And so the two Powerpuff Girls, their color scheme is actually similar to it. Yeah, now that I think about it. Wait, I didn't even realize. I think it's in the same position. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, let me see. I think they're in the same positions too. Wait a minute, let me see. Yeah, it is! Oh my goodness. It is in the same position. Wait. Oh wait, let me... Wait, where did it go? Hold on. I lost where I put the... I lost where I put it. Oh, is it this? Wait. Huh, wait. Wait, did I fix it? Huh. Am I back? Am I back? I think I fixed it. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello? Guys? I'm back! Yay! Alright, let me just in case. Okay, we're good. I don't know what happened. I was trying to get the image and then all of a sudden OBS just froze on me. That's a first. I've never had that happen. Okay. Whoops. What did I move? This is what I wanted. There we go. Hi, Emiliano, welcome! What happened to the stream? OBS suddenly froze on me mid-stream, so I had to close it and reopen it real quick. I thought I had to make a new waiting room, but I just closed it and opened it again, and thankfully I think YouTube has like a grace period of like 5-ish minutes or something before this like to go back live on the same stream, or else you have to create a new waiting room. So yeah. Hopefully it doesn't freeze again. Hopefully not. Hi, Brock, welcome! You just came back at a interesting timing. The stream froze because OBS suddenly froze on me. But we're back. Yeah. YouTube has like this little like mini grace period, so thankfully we can keep the stream in one stream. Perfect timing, yeah. I don't know what happened, because it was really weird, because I was trying to compare this image here to the Powerpuff Girls, since I noticed it was like a similar placement. But for some reason OBS just decided to crash on me while I was trying to like set up the image. But wait, let me. Look! It's the same! It's the same positioning! Yami is where Bubbles is, Wonderful is where Blossom is, and Lillian is where Buttercup is. I didn't even realize their positions, like their placements was the same. That's a cool little tidbit. I don't know if that was intentional or not, because technically these are their positions even when even if Friendy was here, Friendy would just be yeah, Friendy would be on the like on Wonderful's to Wonderful's right. So she would Friendy would normally be between Wonderful and Lillian. So yeah. It's just the same layout, but it's funny how it resembles the Powerpuff Girls. Except Yuki would be the most aggressive like Buttercup. Yeah, that's true. But anyways, where were we? Friendly would be Bunny or Bliss since she's purple. Yeah, that's true. Okay, where were we here? Wait. Okay. Yeah. Friendly ends up challenging the kangaroo to a race to see who is faster between the two. I personally noticed it. Yeah, it is pretty, like, it is similar. But yeah. So Friendly ends up challenging the kangaroo to a little race, and she ends up rushing out. And Wonderful gets a little bit jealous. She wants to race against the Galgown as well. But Satoru just tells everyone to just not interfere with this and let Friendly have this moment. And so Friendly's focusing, but the Galgown is quite fast, and she gets a bit nervous because she didn't expect it to catch up this fast. Even with the lion boots. The lion powers. So yeah. So yeah, she tries to just stay as safe as she can from safely away as she can from the Galgown, since it's quite dangerous to be near it. And she does her absolute best, and she ends up leading the Galgown. She ends up leading the Galgown to this bridge, and we'll get to that bridge in a moment. But Satoru is actually running. He's actually running behind. He's trying to catch up, although he's not as fast as neither of them, because they both have like super speed. So it's not easy. But he's trying to run after them. And Mei is actually following Satoru as well. And yeah, and Satoru really just wants to protect Friendly's smile, because Iroha's smile is like, it means everything to him. He just wants Iroha, or Cure Friendly in this case, to be happy. You know? And he even goes far as to saying that he wants Friendly to be able to depend on him. You know, he wants to be like dependable for her. It's so sweet. And he's just running towards the forest, and we get to the bridge. We get to the moment at the bridge, and that's when Iroha, or Friendly in this case, basically corners him, because he can't really go behind. He can't really turn behind, and Wonderful ends up telling Friendly to dodge. Wonderful's like at the bridge too, and so the Galgown can't really do much. Because he can't go backwards. And so both Lillian and Nyami end up using Nyami's shield, like her little, like they use mini shields as little stepping stones, and they end up draping the Galgown in Lillian's Lillian net. Because the kangaroo is basically trapped at this point and he can't turn back. So yeah. And so they managed to purify the kangaroo, and actually the kangaroo actually, like, because of the similarities with the net and a kangaroo's pouch, like his little Joey instincts come back to him, and he thinks he's just hopping into like his mother's pouch. It's so cute. It's so cute that he saw it that way. Yeah. And so the Galgon is caught. And they end up purifying... They end up purifying the Galgon, and it becomes the Nico Kangaroo! The Nico Kangaroo is back! Yippee! So the Nico Kangaroo is back, and Satoru actually managed to catch up just shortly before they purified it. And the Nico Kangaroo goes back to the Nico Garden. And then, here we have a moment. A very important moment. So after things settle down, Iroha ends up going to see Satoru. And Satoru slowly approaching. And Iroha ends up thanking Satoru for all the help. And you can tell this moment is tense because Satoru's just like he it's that moment. Why is the image so small? Anyways, it's that moment, the moment where you're about to say something like really important, but you're so nervous because it's like important, but not in a serious. Well, it is serious, but it's like confessing, like he's all like super nervous and slightly flushed, and so Satoru ends up saying Iroha's name, and everyone's waiting for the moment. We can see, like as Iroha's waiting to see what Satoru's going to say, like Nico is just covering Mei-Mei's mouth with a little stop, a little like is not a stop sign, but I guess you could call it a stop sign, like this little thing. Oh, well, whoops! Why are the images so different in size? What the heck? But anyways, this thing right here. Yeah, because she doesn't want Mei-Mei to interrupt the moment. And meanwhile, on Komugi's side, Yuki just covers Komugi's mouth so she doesn't say it, so she doesn't like ruin the moment either. And Amaya's just like fangirling. She's like so excited to see how this is all gonna turn out. Also, hi Boo, welcome! But yeah, they're all super eager to see how it's gonna happen. And then Satoru ends up after a big moment of suspense. Satoru ends up saying, "Let's just go home." He's too scared to say it. And Mei-Mei and Mayu are just both like Mei-Mei's relieved, but Mayu is devastated. Because she thought this was the moment. They both thought this was the moment. And we can just see Komugi's just straight up confused, and Yuki's disappointed how things turned out. That like Satoru just didn't confess. But then Mei-Mei's just like, "Oh, thank goodness! I thought that you were going to say that you. I thought you were going to admit your feelings for Iroha." He says this as Iroha is right in front of them. Oopsie. Whoopsie daisy. And we get the reactions from everybody, and like Mayu and Yuki's reactions are the funniest. Like, we just see this. Maymay ruined the moment. Maymay did ruin the moment. Why, Maymay? Why? Also, hi, Dr. Medallions, welcome! Oh, I'm not sure if I said hi, but hi, Moisen, and welcome! Yeah. Like, everyone's just reacting, like, so differently to Maymay's mistake. I'm sorry, that was bad. I shouldn't have made that fun, I'm sorry. I can help it. It's close to mistake, but, I mean... But anyways, the point still stands. Maymay shouldn't have spoke. And, now this is a very awkward moment. Because, yeah, Ida heard this out loud. Everyone heard this out loud. It was a bad pun. I tried. Yuki's going JoJo with that mood. Yeah. And then, Iroha was just like, upon hearing that, she's just like, wait, what? Huh? And she's like, and Komugi is just confused because she thinks it's the same thing. She basically thinks it's the same kind of love as she has for Iroha herself. You know, like the kind of like that family love where, you know, with a pet or a sibling. Everyone was like, really, Maymay? Really? Yes. And Satoru's so, like, embarrassed now because he doesn't know what to do. And Iroha's just like... She's just really like, what? Poor Satoru, because now he's put in this position where he's kind of forced to, like, spill the beans. Hi, Buka, welcome! Like, yeah, poor Satoru. And yeah, the episode pretty much ends on a cliffhanger. Yeah. And we just see them like at this moment, just on the bridge where this all happened. I mean, at least it was a very pretty spot. I will say that. It was a very pretty spot to have a confession, even though it didn't go the way they intended it to. Hi, Parappa the Rapper, welcome! Just play it off. He's a talking sheep. He doesn't know what he's saying. Hi, Corrupted Teleporter, welcome! Alright, and that was episode 35! So yeah. Okay. I know there's some people who had just joined, but since we just finished talking about this episode 35, I'm gonna take a short little break, but we'll be back. We'll be back to talk about episode 36, which is the continuation. The continuation of this awkward moment. How will Iroha react now that Satoru or that Maymay spilled the beans that Satoru likes her? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if you need to use the bathroom or if you want to get a little snack, now's the time! And if you haven't seen episode 36 yet, but you have seen episode 35, I highly recommend that you maybe don't watch unless you want to get spoiled, because the next episode is also very spoiler heavy, since it's a direct continuation. Okay. I'll be back in a little bit. Don't be silly while I'm gone, okay, guys? I just realized I didn't do the little thing where I hide. It's okay. So, we're gonna get into episode 36. I don't know why I just decided to go back on without doing the little thing that I do usually when I hide. You know the little peeking thing. Oh well, it's okay. Silly hour over. You guys weren't being too silly, were you now? Also, hi Anarchy, welcome! I'm sorry I didn't see your message until now. You are EP. Yeah, I may be a little EP. Okay. Oh, hi Kira, welcome! This is my first time joining your stream. Your model is so cute. Thank you! I'm glad you like it. Please make sure to check out Saw and Bree. They're both linked in the description. Yeah, they're the ones who worked on my model. Saw was the one who did the model art, and Bree rigged the model. Actually, now that I think about it, I may have to. I think I have to. I don't think I updated. I don't think I updated Saw's username with his current Twitter. Whoops! I might need to do that. I might need to update it. So if you follow the Twitter link that's linked in the description, it might lead to a redirect. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But yeah, okay. So we are going to be talking now about episode 36, and this is a big episode. This is a very, very important episode, as we're following up from what just happened at the bridge. Mei spilled the beans that that Satoru likes Iroha. And yeah, we're at this part now. And so, okay, going back, we get a little, going back into episode 36, we kind of get a little bit of a mini summary. So, Iroha is just stunned at what's going on. And Satoru's just awkwardly laughing, and everyone's just in shock, except for Komugi, who has no idea what's going on. Komugi has absolutely no clue what's going on and why it's such a big deal. Mei, now you're done for. Poor Mei. And yeah, she's just like. Komugi has no clue what's going on. Oh, this face is so silly. I love it so much. There's so many good... Komugi has so many silly faces. Like, look at her. She's just a doggo. A silly little doggo. But yeah! And so... Komugi's just like... You like Iroha? I love Iroha too! But she doesn't really, like, understand it's not the same kind of love. And you can just see... like, the contrast. Komugi's just thinking that it's, like, this... It's just, like, an affectionate... you know, like, the same kind of love that she has for Iroha. And Iroha's just... It's just in pure shock of what's going on. Just like Ash when it comes to romance, totally clueless, yeah. Silly doggo is doggo, yeah. I love Komugi. But yeah. So, Mayu ends up telling Komugi that this is not the same kind of love that that Komugi may have for Iroha. It's not the same kind of feeling. And Yuki goes on to say that there's different kinds of love. And Mimi tries to cover this up by just saying, "Oh, this is all just a joke. We're just messing around. It's nothing serious." But Satoru ends up clearing the air and just basically admits it's not a joke and that he actually loves her. He actually loves Iroha. And upon hearing that it's not just a joke, that Satoru actually has real romantic feelings for her, Iroha is just stumped. And she doesn't really know how to react. And so after Satoru admits that his feelings for her are real, we can just see Mayu just fangirling. It's so cute seeing her fangirling. And Meimei is just like... Poor Meimei is just... even after trying to cover up the situation, he's just like in shock that Satoru still went through and said that he actually loves Iroha. I think Komugi doesn't know the difference between familial love and romantic love. Yeah, she does not know the difference. And Satoru even like clarifies that he actually does romantically like her. And upon hearing that, Iroha really doesn't know how to react, and she gets super duper flustered. She gets super duper embarrassed and flustered. What are we talking about? We're talking about the latest episode of Wonderful Precure. I do recommend, if you don't want to be spoiled, I don't recommend watching this stream until you've seen the episode. But if you don't mind spoilers, you're free to watch. We're talking about what happened and going through the episode. So yeah. And this is a very big moment, by the way, in this season. And Komugi is just clueless as always, and she's just trying to like understand why Iroha's face is so red. And Iroha doesn't know what to say, and she just bolts away. She just bolts away, running. And Mayu ends up chasing after her just to make sure that she's okay. And you can just see the kind of devastation that in Satoru's eyes, even though it's small. Like even though like it's a bit far, you can kind of see he's just like, oh no. Like he's thinking that she doesn't like him back. But yeah. Hi, Emerway, welcome! A very big moment for the franchise, some may say. Yes, it is. It is a very big moment. There's never really been, as far as I remember, there's never been an actual like confession like this. At least in recent seasons. But yeah. The most ships we see in Precure that's not Yuri all ended up so weird. Other times they don't sail all the way. Mostly ends in heartbreak. This is the first time we finally see it happen here. Yeah, and we'll get to what happens with this later. But yeah, Precure has either I won't get it too much into it, but the male and female ships in Precure, sometimes either it's like completely unrequited, or it's in some specific circumstances it's very strange, and I won't get really into it, but yeah, it just makes you wonder why. But yeah, and other times things like just don't really work out, or they or it's like not implied that they got together. So yeah, some seasons don't have the best examples of love, but Wonderful Precure is definitely taking a step in the right direction when it comes to this. But yeah. So going back to Iroha, she's just running. She's just running, and she's just in pure shock out of all of this, because she never would have thought that Satoru actually had feelings for her. like romantically. And she doesn't know how to feel about it. And she doesn't know what to do, and so she just, like, all she can think of doing is just running. And before Mayu's trying to catch up to her, but Iroha's, like, more athletic, so, like, Mayu can't run as fast. And we just see Yuki catching up, and Komugi just speeds past them because, you know, she's a dog, so she's super fast. And so she just zooms! She zooms past them. And she's like, Iroha, what are you doing? And then, like, why are you running? And Iroha's like, I don't know! I don't know what to do! And, Komugi, just being the silly girl as she is, she's just like, you know what? Why don't we just go for a walk? That always makes us feel better. She doesn't really understand what's going on, but she knows that Iroha's not feeling too well. Like, there's something going on, you know? And look at that silly little face. Komugi ran like the wind. She sure did. And so she takes Iroha by the hand and they just run together, going on the walk. Or the run, I guess. I don't know if it became a run. But anyways, going back to Satoru, Satoru feels devastated and thinks that Iroha rejected him. But Nico thinks differently, because she was observing, and Nico does think that that Iroha just didn't know how to respond to all of this and didn't actually see, like, she didn't see things the same way, but she just didn't know how to really respond. It just, you know, to make Satoru feel better. But it is true. And she does, yeah, she does end up saying that, like, Iroha likely never saw him the same way, like, romantically. And Mimi's just like, if you need anybody to talk to, I'll be right here. Oh, Mimi. And, yeah. And Satoru ends up deciding to go home after everything. And Nico's just watching him go home. And it's a little, like, she knows things are, like, you know, things aren't, like, going too well. And so, Mimi can't say that right now. I know, after everything. I mean, I think Mimi's just trying to make up for what happened, honestly. But anyways. Meanwhile, we see that Mayu has made it to Iroha's house, and she just calls her parents just to make sure that to let them know that she's going to be at Iroha's house for a little bit. And Iroha ends up coming back, and she's exhausted with Komugi. And Komugi, like, isn't exhausted apparently. She still wants to play. She's still in a very playful mood. That locker run didn't do anything. But at least Iroha might be feeling a little bit better. And so Iroha sees that Mayu is waiting for her, and she really wants to talk to her. And so, but then there's an issue because Komugi, they need to talk alone, and Komugi can't be with them because Iroha really needs a moment where Komugi isn't there. Like, she just needs to talk. She needs to talk privately with Mayu, you know, about everything. And so there's only one other person that can that would be able to keep Komugi distracted. And that's Yuki. And Yuki's just like, alright, I'll play with you, Komugi. Because I'm pretty sure at this point, Komugi was like, oh, I want to talk too! Or she was something along that line. She was like, I want to be with Iroha. And so just to keep her distracted, Yuki's like, I'll play with you, and Komugi's like super happy about that. It's adorable. Look at her, look how happy Komugi is. And so they're playing fetch. And Komugi is like super is super thrilled at this, and she's like, I don't know how many times at this point that Yuki threw the ball, but you can tell that she's kind of tired at this point of throwing the ball. And she's like, you still want to go again? And then like you still want to play, and then we get another very memeable picture of Komugi. Look at this doggo! How could you say no to that? How could you say no to this little doggo? And then the moment this part made me laugh too. And the moment that Komugi just uttered out the word Iroha, Yuki's just like, okay, fine, we'll play another game. This moment was so funny. Because she knows she has to keep... she's doing this for Mayu. She has to keep Komugi distracted for as long as possible while they talk. It was so funny. And yeah. So, in Iroha's room, poor Iroha is just super, like, embarrassed and flustered and everything. And she doesn't really know how to, like, take this all in. Because she's never, like, had this kind of a situation before. And so... and Iroha basically admits to Mayu that she doesn't know, like, what's the difference between, friendship love and romantic love. Like, how to feel it, you know? Like, what's the difference in the feeling? Because she's, I think all she's ever known was really, like, friendship love and not romantic love, but, familial love and friendship love. But she's never really had any experience with feeling romantic love for anybody. And Mayu tries to explain that romantic love is different, since it feels a bit more, there's a bit more of a thrill to it. But Iroha basically says that she always feels thrilled and excited when she sees all of her friends. So she doesn't. It's hard for her to really know the difference. But Mayu basically admits that she doesn't have any romantic experience either. And then Iroha's dad just comes in. And he comes in the room. He's not too aware of what's going on, actually. And he's like, are you guys talking about your favorite animals? Like, he's not really reading the room too well. But thankfully, Iroha's mom notices that something is different. And so, like, she originally came in to say that, to tell Iroha's dad that he had a customer, since he basically trims pets and stuff. But yeah, she notices that her daughter isn't acting like herself. And yeah. And this is where her mom basically tells her that Satoru basically confessed. And Iroha's surprised to hear this. But her mom always kind of knew that Satoru had a crush on her. On Iroha. And yeah, like, she could really tell that Satoru really, like, loved loved Iroha a lot. She could tell, like, it's a motherly instinct, I think. But yeah, she was just waiting for this moment to happen. Yeah, it's super cute to see. And then, while they start to talk, we just have this little shot of Yuki and Komugi just sleeping. Because Komugi finally got exhausted and they're just resting together. It's so cute. Look at them. Look at them. It's so adorable. Moms know. Moms always know. Yeah. And so, Idaho basically asks her mom the same question, like, what's the difference between romantic love and friendship love? And she tries to explain it to Idaho, and she admits that she's actually been confessed to several times, but she only confessed to only one person, and that person was her father, Idaho's father. Like, her mom only confessed to Idaho's father. So yeah. And I just want to point this out because I noticed that there's just like a little gesture. I'm pretty sure this is the way that the finger that Idaho's mom is pointing at is basically the ring finger, I think. You know, the finger where you know, the ring, the wedding ring goes. I'm pretty sure that's the right finger. It's really cute to see though. Like, I just noticed that. And like, you know, it kind of implies you know, they eventually got married and stuff, and you know, started a family, which is what happened. So I thought that was a cute little hint. Yeah. And so where were we? And yeah, like, she basically like when Idaho's mom met Idaho's dad, she knew that she wanted to be with him forever, and it's really a cute moment. But Idaho still doesn't quite understand because she wants to be with her friends forever too. She doesn't quite understand the difference, like how it's it's different from, you know, like from wanting to be with your friends versus wanting to be with a romantic partner. She's not quite getting it because she still feels the same way. Like, she still wants to be with her friends forever. And this is where Idaho's mom like mentions that the main difference is that the feelings are special. It's a special kind of feeling. And this makes like, this resonates with Idaho a little bit. She's starting to understand a bit how it actually works. It's like a special kind of feeling, like something that you wouldn't get with a typical friend. And then let me see. Then we go back to Satoru's place. I have some good news I forgot to share. My new debit card came in yesterday, and I was able to get my hands on the newest EDF game. Oh, congrats! Wait, what was EDF? I feel like I've heard about it before, but I can't remember what the acronym stands for. Oh, is it Earth Defense Force? Is that it? I kind of googled EDF. Is it that game? I think someone mentioned that. I think it was it you, Anarchy? Was it you who mentioned that game before? Earth Defense Force, yeah. I think it might have been, but I can't remember if it was you or not. But congrats on getting the new game! Anyway. Wait, let me just take a little sip of water here. Want to hear a trick question? Well, what's the trick question? How many seconds are there in a year? I don't know. I honestly don't know. There's like countless seconds. 12 January 2nd. What? Seconds as in the number second. The number 2. I see. That's a good one. I think I heard about that one before too. But anyways, going back to the episode. We can see the bunny boy himself, Daifuku. We see him in his little pen, as Satoru is going to see him after everything that happened. And Daifuku wants to be let out, and so Satoru lets him out. And then all of a sudden, Nico just appears out of nowhere in Satoru's house. And she has a little conversation with Satoru, basically. And yeah, Satoru did not expect Nico to appear. But yeah. And Nico does apologize about Mei, like, basically kind of ruining the moment, ruining Satoru's big moment, you know, for confessing. And then Nico basically tells Satoru that, like, it is important to say to tell others how you're feeling and stuff. And Daifuku even agrees, and we get this cute little moment. We get this cute little moment now where Nico basically speaks on Daifuku's behalf, and it's so cute. And so Satoru wants to know what Daifuku is saying. So Nico basically, like, tells him 31,536,000. Wait, that's how many seconds there are in a year? Wait, did you do the math? Like, wait, did you Google it, Yonachi? Or did you just, like... You couldn't have done, like, the math manually, right? Right? Because that's still, like, quite a feat. Well, now we know there's over 31.5 million seconds in a year. I guess you didn't expect someone to genuinely answer the question, right? Corrupted teleporter. I expected a lot more. I mean, 31 million is a lot. 31 million is a lot of seconds when you think about it. They just go by really fast. Also, I genuinely didn't know that. I don't think anyone really knows how many seconds there are in a year. But yeah. Well, now we know. Anyways, going back to what Daifuku was trying to tell Satoru. Basically, Daifuku always wanted, like, he was always waiting for Satoru to confess. And he also like wants Satoru to be true to himself too. And Satoru, like, he does say that he didn't want to bother Iroha because, as we all know, he didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable or anything like that. But Daifuku reassures him and says if ever he's just nervous to just pet him. Because he knows it's gonna make him calm. It's so cute! I love how, even though Daifuku doesn't directly speak, I love how we can still tell, like, with Nico speaking for him. And, like, just seeing him, like, hop onto Satoru's lap. It's so cute! I love Daifuku. And he knows that petting that Satoru petting him, like, calms him down. So yeah. And then Nico says something interesting here. She ends up saying, "I wish that everyone was like you too." As in, everyone being like Satoru and Daifuku. What is she foreshadowing? What is Nico foreshadowing here? I wonder. We still don't know the full story, but we can guess. But when Satoru, like, he didn't quite hear what Nico said, and he's like, "What?" And then Nico just she goes back to her cheery self, and it's just like, "Oh, I'm just happy when I see animals and humans getting along and stuff." Yeah. And Satoru basically thanks Nico for translating what Daifuku was telling him, you know, since Daifuku can't speak. But yeah, it was really cute. And so then we go back to Iroha, who even during the night, she's still not sure how to feel about everything, and she's trying to think things over. And she's trying to think how she feels towards Satoru. And yeah, she's trying to understand what that special feeling is. Some months have 31 days, others have 30 days, but how many have 28 days? Only 1 month has 28 days. Oh wait, no, actually all of them have 28 days, technically. Because they all, you know, you have to get... In order to get to 31 or 30 days, you have to pass 28. So they technically all have 28 days. Haha! I got it! I gotcha! It just dawned on me. But anyways, you got me this time, yeah. But yeah, Iroha's trying to think of what a special feeling is and everything. And so we go to the next day, and Iroha's a bit nervous because she doesn't know how she's gonna, like, how to face Satoru after everything that happened. And then all of a sudden, Komugi's just like, Komugi ends up seeing Satoru, and like she just says his name out loud, like completely oblivious to everything that happened. Although I don't think she was given the full context still. Like I don't know if, like, it's not really implied if she was like fully explained on how things work. But then again, she's just a dog. She's a silly little doggo. So she might not quite understand even if you try to explain it to her. But anyways, she just panics upon hearing Komugi like yell out to Satoru. And Satoru's trying to act normal as if nothing ever happened. A bit off topic, but I saw the characters for Hiragana Sky Precure, and I have to say I like Cure Majesty's design the most. Yeah, it's a very pretty design. I won't get too into it though, because that's a different season. But yes, Cure Majesty's design is very nice. If you want to know who Cure Majesty is, you gotta watch the season to find out. Also, for those who know, don't say it in the chat. Just in case. But yeah, it's a quite an awkward moment because Iroha's just trying to just play it cool, but Satoru can tell that she's feeling very awkward and stuff. And Iroha tries to start a conversation about Komugi, but it's not really working. It's not really working. Yeah, act natural. Yeah, she's trying to act natural, but he can see that she's struggling. And Satoru just says to just forget what happened. And just like he's fine with them staying as friends. And Iroha like Iroha's okay with this, but is she really? We can tell that she feels a specific way. It's not exactly like she doesn't really know what she's feeling, but there's something a little bit more. What goes up and down but always remains in the same place? I feel like I know this. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I'll get it. Up and down always remains in the same place. I feel like I should know, but I don't. Oh no! Ah! Elevator? Oh, you're right! An elevator! Was it that? Was it the elevator? Stairs and elevator. Oh, stairs works too, yeah. A balloon? A balloon? I mean, as long as the balloon isn't floating away, I guess that could count too. It's okay. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, even after everything at school, yeah, there's still some like awkwardness. Water? Water goes... Water doesn't... Like, you mean a waterfall? But then again, a waterfall... or like, just like, water as in like in a stream? Because waves go up and down, but particles stay in the same place. Ah, I guess, yeah. But I think the answer for this was... The intended answer was stairs and elevators, though. But I guess that could work, too. Oh, wait! You know it also goes up and down, but can stay in the same place? Oh, wait, actually, it doesn't work, because it doesn't always stay in the same place. I was gonna say my model. Because, wait. If I stop moving, you can see it slightly going up and down, because the breathing effect. It's not quite the same, though, because it doesn't always stay in the same place. But it's technically going up and down, but staying in the same place. I can just see it, yeah. But yeah, it doesn't quite work. Because it doesn't always stay in the same place. But anyways, then we end up seeing Zakuro. And Zakuro's just disappointed right now, since Gao is asleep, and therefore Gao is not paying is not paying attention to her. So yeah. And so Zakuro's just like, I'm going to go look for something exciting. And then we see going back to the group at school. She is delusional, that Zakuro, yeah. But anyways, going back to the school, you can see it's very gloomy. Even though things are technically normal. But it isn't for Satoru and Iroha. They're trying to get through their day, but it's tricky. It's really tricky. Iroha's just thinking about what Satoru said about just staying friends. And she looks back at Satoru, and he's like busy focusing on the lesson. And yeah. Everyone's worried about Iroha. And Komugi's just minding her own business. Komugi still has like, she's just acting as her silly self, just like focusing on school. You can just see that here. Yeah. And then we see later between classes or after class, Mayu ends up going to Satoru and asking him if he's sure about this, about just staying friends with Iroha, even after everything. And Satoru just ends up telling her that he just doesn't want to make Iroha. He doesn't want to make Iroha any more uncomfortable than she already is. He cares so much about her. Oh, it's so sad to see. Yeah. And then we get this little moment with Iroha and Yuki, which is kind of rare. We don't really see them interact directly alone too often. I think the last time they interacted directly alone was when Mayu, when we learned about Mayu's backstory. But even then, Komugi was there. But yeah, this is the first time. This is the first time we've seen them like interact like alone. But yeah. Let's say goodnight, bye. Oh, bye, Sushi Kid! Thank you for stopping by! And, yeah, Yuki ends up saying to Iroha that she wants her to tell Satoru how she really feels about Satoru. And yeah, and Iroha's just pondering on this. And meanwhile, going back to Zakuro, she's noticing all these all these happy people, and it seems to all be couples from what it sees here, from what we see, and they're all having this they're all being super lovey-dovey and happy and stuff. And couples, yeah, it does seem to be all couples. From what it's showing. And Zakuro gets annoyed at this, and so she ends up deciding she sees some black kites in the sky. Black kites are basically it's a type of bird. And so she turns one of the black kites into a gown. We see it here, like the black kite gown. And then they all sense the gown, and then everyone goes to like find the gown and stuff. So they all meet at the school entrance, and they go ahead. And try and go to find the gown. And if you just see going back, we just see Zakuro just hoping that like all of the couples like happiness is like gone and stuff and everything. And then we see everyone arrive at the beach, and Satoru basically confirms that the gown is a black kite. And so they all transform. The girls all transform. And Zakuro then notices that all the cures have arrived. And so she ends up telling the gown to attack the cures, as usual. And also this episode is full of like. There's no actual like fighting, but this episode, just like the animation is really good. Yeah. And so we see Nyami is summoning her shield to protect everyone from the gown. Do black kites fly towards the beach? I have no idea. This will be my last one since I don't want to interrupt too much. What is it? Let me just drink some water. What's a 5-letter word that becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? What? This is obviously a trick question. What becomes shorter? What? I'm trying to think. I don't know if I can think about it. Like, I don't know if I can figure it out. I feel like it's so obvious. Are those riddles? It is a riddle. I don't know what it is. Short? Ah! I got it! Shorter. Ah! It was in the question! Oh my goodness. That was a good one. That was a good one. But anyways, going back to the fight. Nyami's using her shield, but the thing is, the Galgown is strong enough that it breaks through the shield fairly easily, and Nyami and Lillian are both they both get sent towards the wall at the beach. And yeah, things aren't looking too good already. It's already up. They're already off to a rough start. And meanwhile, Iroha and Komugi, as in their cure forms, the friendly and wonderful, they noticed that Nyami and Lillian have been they've been taken out by the Galgown. Jaime, welcome! Precure looks intense. This is a very intense episode today. And so Satoru warns them to watch out because there's the bird is coming towards them. And Friendly tries her best to block the Galgown's attack. Oop. Yeah, it somehow misses Wonderful. I'm not sure if she's dodging here or not. It doesn't look like it, but I think she might be. But anyways, the Galgown is attacking Friendly. But then, while she's blocking, Satoru gets blown away by the wind, and both of them get blown away. Like, Friendly isn't able to hold on to the barrier, and they both get blown away, and they're both on the ground. And then, this moment, I will say it's a little bit awkward. I gotta go to bed, but I hope you have a good rest of your stream. Bye, Kino! Thank you for stopping by! Zakudo ends up appearing... she ends up going towards Satoru. And yeah, she's looking at she's just looking at Satoru, and this scene was something. Thankfully, nothing comes out of it, I will say. But it's a very I don't really know how to say it, but it's a scene, that's for sure. Yeah, Satoru's terrified right now. And so, Zakudo just basically decides to kidnap Satoru. And Friendly calls out to Satoru and basically reveals his name to Zakudo. And yeah, basically, yeah, Zakudo ends up she basically kidnaps. She kidnaps Satoru here, and Satoru is struggling to be let go. And Friendly's very nervous about this, and she feels it. Seeing Satoru in trouble, there's something that's resonating within her. She can't stand to see this happening. Kidnapping a sidekick whom Akira has a crush on is a desperate move. Yeah, but the thing is, like, Friendly doesn't really realize anything at this point. Like, but she's starting to. Like, she never, up to this point, she never realized her feelings for Satoru. Hi, Crazy Mike, welcome! But yeah, Friendly's trying to get up, and then meanwhile, Zakuro is flying away with the. She's flying away with the with Satoru with her, and she's basically kidnapping him. And yeah, I found you. I found you through a peanut raid, and I listened to your cover and fell in love with your singing voice. Oh, thank you! I'm glad you enjoyed. I hope you do I hope you do enjoy your stay here. But yeah. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, and here we get to a very intense scene. It's probably one of the It's probably one of the best scenes. Did I mute? What happened? Wait. What? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? I think I was adjusting my mic and I accidentally muted it. Whoopsie. Oh, hi, Double Red, welcome! Can hear now? Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, Friendly's jumping, but yeah, she just barely misses to reach the Gaogan, which is like such an intense moment. And honestly, I do highly recommend you watch this scene for yourself, because the animation for this scene is so good. This whole moment is so, like, I can't describe how good it is. Like, how good the animation is. And so we see Satoru looking at Friendly through Friendly's eye, actually. Like, we can see him in we can see his reflection in Friendly's eye, and Friendly's just falling. Like, knowing that she just missed. She just missed she just missed the bird, like, to grab onto the bird. And like the desperation you see in her eyes, you can tell. But she doesn't give up just yet. She summons her friendly tact, and then we see for the very first time, she summons. Actually, I don't think it's the very first time, but because I think there was a scene where she did summon another Kirarin animal in an earlier episode without the typical animation, but she ends up summoning her friendly tact and basically summons the swan Kirarin, the Kirarin swan. And like this scene is so cool. She draws the heart like normal, like in the air. It's so cool to see, like, outside of the typical stock animation. She draws the heart, and then she jumps through it, and like, it's so good. She jumps through the heart, and then we just see this moment where she basically summons the Kirarin Swan's power. And Look at that! Like, honestly, it's a lot better, like, seeing it animated because she basically, like, goes down and then boom! She just goes back up because she's, like, using the Kirarin Swan's power to, like, fly. Like, to fly back and rush back towards, Satoru. It's so cool to see. I love this so much. And she runs... actually, in this case, she flies. She flies towards Satoru. Trying to rescue him because she's realizing now how much Satoru means to him. Means to her. And so... and meanwhile, the other three cures, they're recovering. And they all decide... to support I was gonna say Idaha, but it is technically Idaha to support Friendly in this. So Friendly is chasing after Zakudo on the bird, on the Gaogaon bird, and Zakudo's refusing to give that to release Satoru, and she claims that like Satoru belongs to her now. Like, what? But anyways, Friendly gets knocked down, and Satoru just screams because he sees Friendly getting hurt, and he sees how much he's trying to rescue him. It's such an intense moment. But Friendly doesn't give up, and she goes back. She goes back and she tries her best to get to him. And then we see that Nyami also summoned the Kirarin Swan's power to fly. And so and we'll see what they're gonna do in a moment. But then Idaha, not giving up, she basically admits that she wants to be with Satoru forever. She admits her feelings, basically. Satoru only belongs to his beloved Idaha, and Idaha herself is really Satoru's hero. Yeah, it's so cute. Hi, Jagger, welcome! Zakudo is not backing down, and Friendly is trying so hard to reach them, and Friendly's still saying saying how much Satoru means to her, and it can't be anyone else. It has she needs to be with. She basically needs to be with Satoru. And she says that she cares a lot about him. And this makes hearing all of that, this makes Satoru just blush, and he's just it's just so cute seeing that. And then we see why what Nyami was preparing to do. Nyami summons her Nyami shield once again over the water. And basically, they attack the Galgown by surprise by sending the shield upward in order to stop the Galgown in its tracks, or in its flight, I should say. Technically, but yeah, it blocks the Galgown from going and stuns it for a little bit. And so because the Galgown has to fly somewhere else, he goes in a different direction, and this causes I just want to point out Zakudo's face here. Look at Zakudo's face when she when her plan's failing. It's so funny. Yeah. And Friendly's following the Galgown, and Zakudo's like still like screaming over like the unexpected turn that the bird Galgown did. Look at her face. Anyways, and then Lillian appears also with the. She also appears with the swan's power, and she summons her Lillian net and basically captures. She catches the Galgown. The faces are so goofy. I know there's so many goofy faces in Wonderful Precure. Precure in general has a lot of goofy faces, but yeah. So, Lillian ends up like catching the black I forgot the name, the black tail, and I'm pretty sure it's a black tail. Yeah, it's black tail, but the bird. She catches the black bird, the black tail, the bird. Why am I struggling? Why am I struggling with the name? I'm pretty sure it's a black tail. That's what it's called. But anyways, she catches the bird. That's the point. And this causes Zakudo and Satoru to fall out, and we just see like Friendly's like expression as she sees Satoru just falling, and she manages to catch him. She manages to catch him in time, and it's so cute seeing this. She's holding Satoru close, and it's so cute. And she's just like bracing, like she's holding him close and bracing, for the fall. I don't know. Maybe it's because like she was like just only thinking about Satoru. But anyways, Cure Wonderful comes to save them with her little barrier, and they end up falling. They end up landing on the Wonderful's Puni barrier, and so they're safe. Friendly is saying, trying to say, "Don't worry, Satoru, Satoru, it's okay now." Yeah, it's such a sweet moment. And yeah, like Wonderful's barrier ends up catching both of them, thankfully, and they land safely. And yeah, and we just see like how even though Komugi doesn't know what's going on, she's still like super supportive of Iroha. It's so cute. Look at her. And then everything seems to be okay, although Zakudo ended up landing on the beach, but Friendly knows that the battle's not just over yet. But thankfully they managed to purify the black kite. It's not black tail. Why was I saying black tail? Black kite. That's the name of the bird. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I got the bird's name wrong. But anyways, they end up purifying the black kite so nothing else can be done. And yeah, we get to see the black kite back to normal. Yeah! And then we see a very special moment as the sun is setting and the black kite is safe, and everyone's happy that the black kite was rescued. And Satoru ends up picking up his glasses, and he goes to see Friendly and tells her he tells her that he's okay. And yeah, and then we get, that's a hawk? They say it's a black kite. There's such a thing as a swallowtail kite. Oh, maybe it's that. Richard, you can confirm this is a black kite, right? Because they literally call it that in the episode. I know it's animated, so it might not be the most accurate representation, but it's still a black kite, right? It's not a hawk. I think that's a bird. I wonder. Like, that's what they say it's called in the episode. It's a black kite. I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's what they say. It looks like a hawk. Maybe they look similar to hawks? I don't know. But anyways. But yeah, Satoru ends up telling Friendly that he's okay. And Friendly's really happy about this. And they're just like looking at each other and like kind of blushing. And then Zakuro just sees this and she's just like... She's just done. She just goes. She just ends up leaving and she's just like going to fantasize about Gao again. And then we get one of the most beautiful scenes ever. I had to look it up, but that's what they look like. They're a bird of prey, though hence the hawk similarities. Ah, that's why it looks like a hawk. That makes sense why it was so strong. But anyways, we see, and honestly, again, this scene is a lot more prettier when looking at it, when watching it like directly. It's so pretty. I highly recommend you you try to like find a clip of it or watch the episode and like look at this clip because you just see Iroha like de-transforming from her cure form, and look at that! Look how pretty that is! It looks so pretty. And and then after she de-transforms, after everyone is back in their civilian forms, Komugi is just like, "Hey Iroha, we're gonna go for a walk. Do you want let's go on a walk together." And both Mayu and Mayu, Yuki and Nico, they're all just like, we'll go on a walk with you, let's go. I love that scene so much, but I need to eat soon, so I'll see you tomorrow, Plum. Bye, Kevin! Thank you for stopping by! But yeah, we just see both Mayu and Yuki just like proposing they go on a walk together. Just to like distract Komugi. And also Nico joins in as well. Because he knows that this is a very important moment for the two of them. And so Iroha ends up looking at Satoru. And she knows she has to tell him how she feels about him. And oh, this moment is just so good. So she tries to say, but then Satoru basically like is a little bit he's a little bit embarrassed that Iroha's the one always saving him. But Iroha ends up telling Satoru that she always thinks of him when she's stuck or in a when she needs help with something. She always thinks of going to him or like thinks of him. So it kind of shows. And she ends up apologizing for always being so dependent on him. And Satoru admits that he's happy when Iroha depends on him. And then we just see, oh, this moment is just so pretty. Like, I do really recommend you watch this scene like directly. It's way more prettier than I can describe it. Whoop! I hit my mic. Whoopsie daisy. I ruined the moment. No. But anyways, like, I just see Iroha's reflection in Satoru's eyes. and Satoru's reflection in Iroha's eyes. They're just like, we see their reflections in their eyes, and it's so pretty. And Iroha basically says that when she's with Satoru, she feels wonderful, but she tries to explain that it's a special kind of wonderful. Like when she's with her friends, she feels wonderful. Like she has this wonderful feeling when she's with her friends. But when it comes to being with Satoru, she feels this different kind of wonderful. A special kind of wonderful. Yeah. And she says she feels even more wonderful with him. It's so sweet! And Satoru, like, seeing this, he just blushes, and it's so cute. And, like, Iroha is hoping that, like, how she described it, makes sense. And Satoru understands it. Like, he understands what she's trying to say. And it's so cute! And Satoru ends up telling her that he feels very wonderful as well. And Iroha does too. Like, Iroha's happy that he feels the same. And it really is a very special, wonderful. A very special, wonderful feeling. And the episode ends there! Yeah! And they're officially together now! It's canon! A very sweet moment, yeah! Congratulations to Iroha and Satoru. They've become a couple now. I hope they'll be married in the future. This is probably the sweetest romantic episodes I've seen. Yeah, it's super sweet. It was so well done. It was honestly so well done. Like the tense moments and stuff. It was so good. I'm so happy for them. And I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see how, like going forward, how they portray Iroha and Satoru now that they're a couple. Next episode, they started dating. Yeah, the next episode, they're going to go on their first date. So that's gonna be exciting to see. Can't wait for the relationship drama coming later. No, I don't think so. Sato Ito is canon, the first main ex-Cure helper couple. Yeah. It's so sweet. I can't wait to see how they're gonna like portray them together now that it's canon. But yeah. Alright. So that was the end of the episode. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I honestly love these two episodes. The anime, like, honestly, it had its funny moments, but when it was serious, it needed to be serious, and it did almost like pretty much everything like so well. It was so good. But yeah. Alright, so I think I'm gonna end the stream here. So let's see who we can raid to finish off the night. And also, before I forget, let me just see here. Plum, would you ever do a Kahoot for Precure? Maybe. I've never played Kahoot. Is Kahoot like a trivia game? I think it is. It's a learning platform. Oh, it's like a Quizlet. I can make a quiz. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, hi, Mooncake! Welcome! We're pretty much just about to end. You've never played Kahoot? No. I've heard of Kahoot, but I've never played it. So I'm guessing it's like it's like a quiz-based game? I'm guessing that's how it works, right? Maybe. I don't know. I've never really played. I've never played Kahoot, so I don't know. But it's okay. Maybe I do a Kahoot. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to see how to make one if I do it. Yeah. Okay. Let me just see. Yeah. I wanted to also. I wanted to mention. Competitive. What? It's competitive. Huh? I didn't know that. But anyways. I do recommend to listen to the songs because it's so sweet. Wait, the song? Wait, the Kahoot song? Oh wait, I'm confused. What song? You mean the music in the soundtrack in the episode, or you get a higher score for answering first? There's also a leaderboard. Oh, I see. But anyways. Let me just see here. There is gonna be a little bit less streams than normal, because I will be busy this weekend. So, yeah. So, the streams that we do have for this week, we do have tomorrow. We will be continuing The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Yeah! And then on Thursday, we will be continuing The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. We're gonna try and we're gonna continue the Water Temple and hopefully finish it. So yeah. And then on Friday, I'm not sure if I will be streaming on Friday. If I will, I should know by Thursday. If I will be streaming it on Friday. The title is Your Season by Takuma Terashima. Just search for it and it's just a couple. Okay, I'll give it a listen. But yeah, Friday there may or may not be a stream because I don't know if I will be home on Friday. So yeah. So those are the streams. Those are the streams for this week. So yeah. Okay. So now let's see. Who can we raid to finish today? Let me see here. Who can we raid? Let me see. Streaming for 3 hours? It's already been 3 hours! I can't believe it. I arrived a tad too late. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we were just about to end. And yeah, I do want to rest a little bit to just to hopefully to get my knee a bit better. For those who don't know, I explained it at the beginning of the stream, but I slipped and fell on my knee and I hurt my knee. So yeah, and so it's still hurting a little bit. So I do want to rest it. I do want to give it rest. Like sometimes, like I can still walk. It's just that like it hurts if it's if I bend my knee in it, like if I bend my leg in a specific way. Yeah, it was not fun. Hope it gets better. Thank you. Yeah, I do want to like focus on healing it as much as I can. So yeah, that's kind of why I was a bit late for a stream actually, because when I got home, I kind of just didn't really want to do anything else except just like lay in bed. And then I felt like I was also eepy, so I ended up falling asleep. And the next thing I know, it's 9:10 my time. 10 minutes, like 10 minutes past the streaming start time. So yeah, but like when you have an injury, especially to your leg, it's kind of you don't really get that much motivation to like to want to do much other than to just like rest. But yeah. Okay, so let me see, who can we raid to finish off the night? I think there's a lot of people live right now. Keep your knees, hips, and back safe always. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my knee's gonna be fine. It's just gonna take a bit. Like, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just like more sore than anything. Like, and it just hurts if I bend it in a specific way. But I'm sure it'll heal. It just takes a bit of time. Now you know how I felt when I slipped on wet concrete? Fell on my foot and scraped this. Oh goodness! Oh dear. I'm not gonna read through that entirely, but oh dear. My foot is better now though? Better now though? That's good to hear. I'm glad your foot is better. Alright, let me see. Wait, there's someone I think we can raid. It's been a little bit since we raided them. I think we can. I think they started not too long ago. Ooh. Let me see. Oh, they just started! Okay. Yeah, it was not too long ago that they started, so... yeah, it's been less than an hour, so I'm sure they're gonna be going for a little bit. We are going to be raiding into Pam! Yeah, we're gonna be raiding into Pam. She's currently doing a Lethal Company collab. So yeah! So, for those who are new, when we usually raid into someone, we usually leave them a little message, and that message is... Miracle Twinkle Red! Alright, so we're gonna be raiding into Pam! So, whoops. Okay, so please make sure to follow her rules, and don't forget to say hi to her for me! So, thank you everybody for coming! Oh wait, let me actually put the image away. There we go. There we go. I forgot to get rid of it. But yeah. Whoops. Okay, well, there I am. Okay, so